Alright.
Lol. Stretch, tell me what to be. Okay.
Dude, just play it. Follow your dream. Follow your dreams. He always asks.
No, this is kind of fun. What
Can he? Wait, let's look at champions.
You have all champs.
You should play this champ.
Oh snap! Oh, let me get him in my. Let me get a private chat going here. Dude, I wish I had a search button. Oh wait, I do. Huh. Oh, that was actually super convenient. Thanks, right?
He should play this champion, Stretch. That's what he should play.
Oh snap! Okay, the gauntlet has been through.
Like I always have cap locks on. Alright.
Alright. My order has been put in.
Uh-oh. Yeah, but you need to close the chat so people can't see it.
Yep, I did.
Alright.
Timo getting banned out, you never know when he's lurking. You never know when Jimmy the Slayer might pop out of the woodwork and blind you.
We don't know when he's actually made another Smurf. Hasn't told us.
Alright, we're into this next game. Suddenly there's a mushroom which triggers the kill switch and Jimmy jumps out from off of this top lane visual, you know that scenic view?
He was riding the dragon onto the map.
Exactly. The scenic view. Timo comes up riding the dragon from that scenic view after someone just jumps on some ward. I mean, some mushroom just drops down and shoots him in the face. Oh my goodness. How to train your Timo.
Oh my word. Too funny. Oh my word. This is Alright, so we see wow, that's not cool. That's not cool, Red Sox Maniac. What are you doing, dude?
Oh,
you banned Shaco. That was our order.
Wow. Okay, I gotta put in a new order.
Alright, he can't stop us.
Where I'm getting something done here.
What are you gonna order?
I don't know. I'm thinking this.
I'm a little sad. Oh, it's his pick. Crap, Lupo, why are you second? Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Make him do that.
Yeah. Sucks Maniac trying to ban out the Shaco. Why would he do that?
Oh my. Right?
Anyway, it looks like Purple Team's gonna want to go for a pretty strong poke comp. AP Kog'Maw alongside a Jace is just fantastic mixed damage poke. They can really get some sieges going.
I agree. I mean, they have the start of a really strong team comp, though Hecarim is kind of the champion you want to get to that back line, so...
Oh, yeah, they definitely
both teams have potential right now.
Yep. Hecarim is the thing that makes dreams come true if he gets enough money.
Yes. Even if he doesn't, he can do some pretty fantastic things.
He really can. I mean, the ulti is great. I still don't understand why they moved the damage to the riders rather than the impact. It's like Hecarim lands like a feather, and then a truck full of ghosts comes in. It's like, what? Why? How does that even make sense?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It was easier to land the damage previously, and they're like, it's too easy. Let's make it convoluted and difficult. Let's see here. So Braum and MF getting picked up for the blue team there. That's going to be a pretty high impact bottom lane. MF having a fantastic early game, and Braum always having great CC and early game damage with that stun. Was it concussive blows? No, I think that's a Vi thing. What is it?
What?
No, it is concussive blows.
Yeah, it's
What is this?
concussive blows, and the Vi is denting blows.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my word. Alright, so is that going to be... We might be seeing a true wombo combo right here with the MF ult plus the Lux ult plus the Braum ult. A little bit of disenergy with the Hecarim, but still pretty strong.
Yeah, they can always time it though so that Hecarim goes in a little bit after the burst starts happening. They need to at least land the Lux ulti, I think is the big thing, and the MF ulti's wide enough to where you can kind of ult and Hecarim still can contain people within it.
Yeah, and I guess so long as Lux is landing her bindings, which is probably going to be the initiation point of the wombo combo. Yeah, that's a wombo combo.
Ooh, wombo comp. Now this is a game where an Ohm Wrecker would be key. I would throw an Ohm Wrecker directly onto that Malphite and send him right in.
Yep, you don't need to be AP, man. You just need to be able to facilitate dives.
Yeah, just get big. Your team has so much AoE. Alright, so looks like Tan is going to go ahead and lock in the Rock Monster. On purple side there, they're going to continue this poke/pick comp. I like how they've gone with this. Mixed damage coming out of mixed damage poke coming out of Jace and AP Kog'Maw. A Thresh support to pick people out and single them out, and then have that zone control with the box. Olaf, you can just kind of toss Olaf into these sort of picky CG comps.
Yeah.
As long as he's got somewhere to run at, he's golden. That's basically how it is. Just give him a target and say, go get that guy. And then you always have the Ash Arrow initiate to either disengage or engage.
Yep, I mean, the biggest concern Olaf is going to have is any Olaf player has a timer. Like, he has a big old timer on his head.
Yeah.
Just because eventually he just does not do enough damage, so people can just kind of ignore him.
Yeah, that is very true.
I don't know.
I do like Purple Team. I like the two different playstyles that we're seeing. We have, because a thing that you typically want your team comps to be able to do is you want to be able to have them. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, essentially. You don't want to have just all AoE or whatever. These comps are kind of towards that. Where you're looking for those strong initiates and stuff like that. Blue team can get some picks that don't involve, throwing everything out from 5 people onto 5 people. But in general, you're looking for a lot of AoE damage. Purple team, you're looking for a lot of poke damage and some kiting potential. But they kind of counter each other if played correctly. If purple team splits up in different directions and then kites people out using, boxes and ash slows and arrows and axes and slows coming out of Kog'Maw and pokes and stuff like that, and if they stay spread, they're going to be in a really good position. Whereas if they clump, they're completely counted out by blue team. Where if one CC lands, whether it be Braum knockup, Hecarim ulti or Malphite ulti, they're all going to die. So it's going to be a very positional game here.
Yeah, it is going to be extremely, especially anytime you have an Ashe on your team, like for purple team, it's extra positional.
Yeah.
I can't decide what I think of. I cannot decide what I think of this Ashe. I love. She kind of fills that narrow role where she's going to be good at sieging towers, but she's vulnerable. But she also brings that ulti, so she also helps our team. Like, they're not just reliant on Thresh hooks at the moment. They can also count on the Ashe ult from long range too. So it's dangerous, but I like this Ashe pick, I think.
Yeah, it's a very versatile pick here because they're looking for poke. Like whether they wanted to start initiating a fight or they're disengaging a fight. Poke needs to happen in order for them to be successful. And when they have, they're pressing the green light to either, get into something. They're going to need someone to actually do that for them. The hook's not always going to land, but Ash Arrow is a big enough model to where it's going to most likely hit somebody. And then if they, they got the red light going on, they need to disengage. You throw out the arrow there, and they're able to run away. For the most part, they've got a lot of movement speed coming out of blue team. There's a lot of gap closing.
Yep, they sure do. That's kind of what makes the Kog'Maw and the Ashe so dangerous because they have so much long range wombo combo between the Malphite, giant leap and the Hecarim. It's gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be really, really delicate to see these team fights go if we even see the 5v5s.
Yeah. But either way, I think once these games start going in one team's direction, because these teams are so strongly different than the other, I think that the other team's just going to run with it. But once blue team gets ahead, if Malphite starts getting really, really tanky, he's just going to start pressing R on cooldown on whoever he wants to. Whereas if purple team gets ahead, say Jace gets fed, a single shock blast can chunk somebody's health out for half HP, and if they're standing next to somebody, it could be 2 people.
Very, very, very true. And I don't know, man. Sorry, I'm tired. The Braum though is a good pickup against Jace. Being able to block those shock blasts and then go hard after in that narrow timing window is going to be pretty critical.
Yeah, very, very true. And finally getting to the loading screen here. So we talked about the team comps, basically win conditions that they're looking for. They want to get blues or red side wants to get the poke down and kind of kite these fights out, have more extended sieges. They want to do that sort of thing. Red side or blue side is looking for the instant burst down on people, possibly getting some jungle picks down with the Lux bindings and a little bit of Braum slow to stun, those sort of things. But who do you think the key players are in the game? Like the people that we are looking at, like who absolutely needs to who needs to have money in order for the team's comps to really, really shine? Like who on blue team can, even if people start getting fed, if that person doesn't have money, it doesn't not work.
I mean, the most important for blue team, it has to be MF and it has to be Lux.
Yeah.
So probably more so Lux than anybody. Well, actually, probably more so MF than anybody else because Lux can always. She also provides CC, so if she falls behind a little bit, it's not a big deal. But if MF does not, we've seen it multiple times on the stream. If MF ever gets to the point where she just, she only has a half an item at the 20-minute mark or something, that ult's going to do negative damage.
Oh, yeah.
She's not going to do anything in team fights. And if that happens, they only have one source of damage on blue team.
Yeah, very true.
That's a really rough thing to have happen.
So then what about red team? Who there would you say is going to be the person that's got to have gold in order for their team fight to really, or their team comp to really succeed?
It would be best if the gold went on to Jace, simply because Kog'Maw already has built-in penetration in his kit, or built-in mixed damage in his kit, so he doesn't necessarily need gold. It's really, he scales extremely well with gold, but he can do a little bit without gold. They need to be careful not to get too much gold onto Olaf. It's really, really easy for him to pick up all the kills in his ganks and stuff, so they need to be careful that DCB doesn't get all the gold, because as we talked about, Olaf has a timer on him, so you don't want to invest too much into him early. Ashe always has her Ashe arrow, so it's not important for her to get huge. She needs to have sustained damage, but an Ashe with no damage versus an MF with no damage, the Ashe will have more of a team fight presence.
Right.
So I would say it's best for Jace, and then if they can, get Kog'Maw fed.
Yeah. So explosive mid and top lanes, potentially, depending on where Jace decides to go. I imagine it's going to be a Jace top lane with that teleport coming out there. Going up against Malphite. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I forgot it's going to be AP Kog'Maw. I think that... yes. You requested AP Kog'Maw.
Yep.
I am just entranced by this wonderful Kog'Maw splash.
Right?
Every time I see this dude, I'm just so happy.
He's like, I'm a beautiful butterfly.
Well, like, look at his legs, dude. That's the best part.
Yeah.
It's not even the wings; it's his legs. Like, they're so tight. They're so big.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I like that he's got like super long eyelashes too.
He looks so happy, dude.
Yeah, he's like, yay.
The real question is that another Kog'Maw in the splash art, that yellow butterfly? Is that a distant shot of another Kog'Maw?
I don't know. Maybe.
Or is he just frolicking with other butterflies?
I think he's frolicking with other butterflies. And those butterflies are kind of like, ugh.
What the hell are you, man?
Yeah, look at what happened.
You don't go into a cocoon and become uglier. Like, yeah, what the fuck?
What just happened? I'm scared to metamorphosize now.
Oh my word. So, neither of these teams really are that strong at early dragons, though with the AD top laner I would expect more out of red team. Do you think we'll be seeing... I always ask this question and we never do see it, but is there going to be any emphasis on early dragons this game?
Probably not. I mean, the only person I'd say if a team has the potential to do a very early dragon, it's going to be red side. That Olaf passive allowing him to gain a huge amount of attack speed when he gets low would be super useful for just destroying an early dragon. But he's going to have to get some support, probably from both Jace and Thresh, to make sure it's secure. If they want to do something risky, they can do it with just Jace and Olaf, but if anyone walks up and even touches either of them, they're going down.
Yeah, very, very true. We see the coins start coming in for Thresh, and the relic shields start for coming in for Braum. I'm done talking about coin.
Yeah, yep.
I'm done at this point. Go relic shield on Thresh, run some AD runes. Early invade coming in for Blue Team. I think they were unspotted. Kog'Maw might be in trouble.
Uh-oh. Backside of this fight here, Dark Crimson Blade shows up, but the binding will land, and the constant auto attacks from Taco Man are going to secure the kill there. That's 400 gold. That's back right now. Buy yourself a longsword and a potion.
Yeah.
You have earned it.
DCB, that's not BM. That's playing to win.
Yeah, that's pretty much playing to win right there. That is your fault for taking the long route to that brush and not having a ward in hand ready to go.
Yep, for sure.
Even if he did have a ward, the binding would have still landed and he probably still would have died.
You gotta be careful when you face check a bush against the Lux, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, at least no summoners were burned. It's gonna be hard for this bot lane now. MF with an extra, 10 damage in lane is gonna be rough, but DCB is not, nobody's behind in summoners, so that's important.
Yeah. He knew that he was going to go down there and just decided, you know what, I don't have flash to get out quickly, I've got Ghost, which is better for chasing, but not as good for escaping in these tight situations, so just left it alone and went down with grace.
Yep, I mean, oh my goodness. Looks like Blue Team's going to start topside for their jungler. I think this is the second or third time we've seen a jungler tonight not start at where their AD carry is.
Bottom lane, Terry taking a lot of damage as he actually gets the hook down from They Call Me Jim. Taco Man just deciding to take out They Call Me Jim right here. Heal goes down to take out, or saves Terry's life, and another kill goes down into Taco Man. Jerky, you're going so deep right here. I don't know if you want this, bud. He turns around, and the one auto attack is probably going to just secure this 1v1 for Taco Man. He's already 3 kills up. That is not where you want to be.
No. But, I mean, that was phenomenal play out of Taco Man. The only thing he could have done better right there is he allowed the Braum passive to fall off. That could have saved Braum's life if he had popped. Darkski was 1 auto away from the Braum passive being popped. If he had been able to, just attack move fast enough to trigger that, he would have saved Braum's life and gotten the kill.
Oh yeah, for sure. And from there, Braum could just throw out a single Q from range if he wanted to contribute a little bit more. But just the stun itself on Braum's passive is enough duration to just win any 1v1, really.
Yeah, I mean, Braum, that's one of the things that you don't really want a 1v, or you don't want a 2v2 against the Braum early, just because that passive can apply to multiple targets.
Oh yeah.
Or multiple times on one person if the fight goes on long. Oh my goodness, in this mid lane, Froshy just going crazy.
Yeah, good auto attack, passive proc from Froshy after he finishes that light binding there, and Argento Lupo's just in a little bit of a tough situation. He's already burned both of his potions, and he's really waiting for the for his level 6 so he can start clearing these waves from the safety of range.
Yeah, and let's take a look. I mean, top lane's even in farm. I think the only place where there's a 5 CS difference on this mid lane, and Argento Lupo does not have any potions. But the only huge gold discrepancy is this bot lane, as Taco Man is huge.
Yeah, I do like this early purchase by Terria too. He goes ahead and picks up the boots. He knows there's a lot of slows, a lot of CC here, and the better that he can stick to somebody, the more effective he's going to be in these 2v2 fights. So a couple of biscuits are picked up and a little bit of movement speed. It's going to take him a long way here.
Yeah, really good utilization of his gold right there. I think he's probably going to be going those early Moby boots too.
And that's going to be a good spot for him too. If he can roam up to mid on someone as immobile as this Kog'Maw, who's actually getting ganked right now, Exhaust goes down to Morning Sword, and Darth Froshy and Morning Sword are not able to finish up the kill onto Argento Lupo. He just decides to head back to base here as Taco Man goes huge in the bottom lane, getting some serious damage out onto Derbski. They Call Me Jim needs to be in there, getting quite a few more auto attacks to make sure that he's got a little bit more pressure down. But at this point in the game, it might be too little too late.
Yeah, at this point, I think They Call Me Jim just needs to kind of focus. The red side needs to focus on vision, so they can't die to these Hecarim ganks. I think they can survive the lane for a little bit longer. They're going to be down probably 30 CS at the end of this laning phase if they play it smart. And as we discussed, Ashe is not at, oh my goodness, in the top lane stretch.
Yeah, Red Sox Maniac going hard onto Tannen Kinslayer after he finishes off this minion wave. Tannen just making sure that he does not walk into all these minions and take way too much damage. As the trade goes down, just forced to pop all of his flask pots there. And just try to stay safe in this lane. Jace doesn't have any potions left, but he's just got the health lead, and that Doran's Blade is going to help contribute to healing him up as well. Actually, top laning from the Tri-Brush, Hecarim's going in from a very wide angle. Now he wants to be careful not to give him an escape with to the skies, but it looks like Red Sox Maniac does not have that cooldown back up, or just doesn't react quick enough, and gets taken out underneath that turret.
Yep, I mean, just Hecarim is all over the map. He didn't quite get that mid lane kill because Froshi was out of mana. A little bit of a trade coming in this mid lane. I think it'll pretty much even out at this point. But Hecarim is just, he's only 1-0-0, but that's his second gank, and that has worked so very well.
Lupo taking a little bit of trading here, but he's going to just continually throw out these auto attacks. Has to flash away from that binding. Good flash on his part, but it actually does not save his life. He goes down in the mid lane anyway. As we see more action going down in the bottom lane, They Call Me Jim landing the hook on Taco Man as his Braum is up in the mid lane looking for a kill. Froshi actually getting run down by Dark Crimson Blade. He does not have level 6 yet, so the binding will be effective. They Call Me Jim looking for yet another hook underneath the turret there. He throws it out, does not land. And Dr. Man's just going to keep strutting.
Yeah, NMF strut is really good.
Terry is looking for a super aggressive play here. He's tanking about 6 minions as he goes in. The exhaust goes down on Derbski, and he's throwing down all his cooldowns, but he just cannot do enough damage solo in this fight to make sure that he can get the kill. Good jump backwards. Taco Man's going to make sure that he gets out safely, and They Call Me Jim is actually forced to flash for fear of his life as Hecarim starts pulling up to the lane on the back end here. No vision in his Tri-Brush could mean a very good gank comes out.
Yeah, or at least a dragon. I mean, Taco Man hesitated a little bit to commit onto Darkski. See a trade of phone attack.
Actually in the bottom lane there, Terria jumps in to try to save his life, and one more auto attack from Derbski will take him down. Taco Man shows back up and gets slowed. Derbski's looking for blood. He's got his bow drawn, but you know what? Oh, he flashes forward and just throws out the volley to pick up the kill anyway. He did not want to have to waste that flash, but he's forced to burn it.
Yeah, I don't know if committing for that kill. Oh my goodness, Morning Sword goes for it, gets the flash auto down.
Oh my goodness, this Hecarim's gonna be so scary.
What do we say at the start of the game? So long as he has gold, he's a nightmare.
Yeah, he really is. Mid lane, Froshi actually getting completely just damaged out by Argento Lupo. Morningsword going back in onto Dark Crimson Blade there. It looks like the axe is gonna go down, and Morningsword, he tries to ult him at the last second for the kill, but it's gonna be the minions that finish him off. Mid lane, it looks like Lupo's still trying to damage out Froshi, but that shield refresh from the return is going to keep him alive there.
Froshi has just been playing out of his mind this game. Excellent use of the shield, the double. He actually has been landing both shields.
Lands, it looks like the ult is going to finish him off here. Braum trying to show up and tag in for a little bit of assist gold, but he doesn't make it in time.
Yeah, that's the second time that Braum has tried to show up in the mid lane, and Froshi's like, "I got this, man. Don't worry about it.
You don't worry about me. You handle your lane."
Oh my goodness, They Call Me Jim gets concussive blows? That's what we decided?
Yeah, concussive blows is and he's out of position here. Good auto attack's going to stun him in place. Terry gets the one who gets hooked in, and I would expect many more Qs to come out here. Eric from Derbski is going to lock Terry and Document in place, and that means DCB is going to be able to just wreck this entire team fight.
And
Tannen teleports down into the bottom lane, and he does have his ulti prime, goes in and knocks up Dark Crimson Blade, who does not have his ulti up yet. Terry runs into the Dragon Big for a little bit of cover as he jumps back to Tannen to give him that armor buff and hopefully give him a little bit of damage, but that lantern will save the lives of the blue team, or of the red team. Argento Lupo now showing up to this fight a little bit late, flapping his wings and skipping along the river, trying to find some damage and clean up that kill, but it was not to be.
Morning Sword finds an opportunity too in this top lane
Yeah.
as Red Sox Maniacs overstayed for the tower.
Yeah, he has shown up and he wants to get this turret down. Morningsword does not have his ulti to try to get in the other side of Red Sox Maniac, though. And with those minions there, he looked like he was a little bit hesitant to go in on this team fight, but you have to remember he can also heal off these, so...
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he hesitated there. Jace had no mana. Like, I would have gone for it at least.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And he's got a completed jungle item. The warrior one is so good on Hecarim, getting him that armor pen and that increased cooldown direction as well. Interesting play going down in the mid lane as Lux gets a little bit caught out. DCB throwing down the axe is going to be able to catch it right back up, and he's so red with hatred. He takes him out, and I'd say for Red Side, this is a fantastic time to go for this dragon. The ping goes down, but it looks like they're a little bit split focused as to what they want to do. They call me Jim, looking like he wants to go around the corner and get a hook down on the Morning Sword. They're actually going to finally go in and take out this dragon buff as we see Terria go in on an Argent to Lupo. I'm not sure if this is the one that he's looking for, as another axe lands onto Dark Crimson Blade. Oh my goodness, fantastic Lantern play from They Call Me Jim, and it's going to be a couple auto attacks, and you know what, Jim, you earned that one. I wouldn't even be mad if I was,
my
DCB.
goodness.
Good hook lands and a play backwards into the middle of the jungle there. Oh my goodness, the ultimate from Kog'Maw does not finish the kill, and an Ash Arrow from nowhere just comes out and hits Darth Roshi in the face, and he goes, WTF, I just want to get to my lane.
Red team needs to be careful though, because Lux Malphite can steal this dragon. Instead, they're going to go on Lupo. Nice flash over the wall though to get out of it. Dragon goes down for red team too. Oh my goodness, man! This is they want Lupo, dude.
They're just gonna take this turret. Froshi goes deep under the turret and gets to eaten completely alive by a shock blast. Tannen's out of mana now and can't even finish up the kill onto Argento Lupo. He's getting chased into the jungle. Red Sox Maniac props the damage from the Merc Wolves there, but it's not gonna be enough to stop him from guaranteeing his gold. Marchord shows up and actually completely blocks out the kill, and then Terria shows up and puts up the wall of truth. Oh my goodness. Tannen pulls up a typical Tannen nope and walks out of the fight no problem.
Oh my goodness, leave it to Tannen to get out of that, dude.
Oh my goodness. Looks like blue team's got the pressure here, and that's going to go ahead and push up this, push down this mid lane turret. First turret of the game going to blue side here. A little bit of damage gets put down when They Call Me Jim, but not enough to make him really worry about anything.
Yeah, now that we have an actual minute, let's look at some of these gold discrepancies that have been generated. In the top lane, there's a 14 CS difference between Jace and Malphite, and Jace has a kill, resulting in, actually surprisingly, the same amount, because of the assist Malphite has, they're equal in gold.
Yep, mid lane Terria going in for a fight on They Call Me Jim and Argento Lupo. Darth Roshi following up on the back end of the fight with Taco Man. Hook lands over the wall into the chickens, but the chickens are denied by that stun. And Terria just 1v1ing Argento Lupo. Lupo turning back around, trying to get some of this living artillery damage down. Morningsword shows up to the fight, and the rampage damage is not going to be enough to actually get Dark Crimson Blade low enough. Good ulti is going to just jump him over the wall and spin him around in the opposite direction after that ulti lands. And it looks like Darth Roshi lands a light mining over the wall, a little bit of loosened singularity damage, and a pizza from Malphite are going to take him down.
Dude, Taria has just been playing so aggressive this whole game. I love it.
Oh my goodness. He's just like I'm going to put my wall up and go in.
Yeah, how many times have we seen him, we've questioned his just run in and go for the 1v1, and then his whole team shows up 5 seconds later.
Yeah, and then they just clean up whatever's left. He's getting really tanky here. He's just opted to completely ignore the Sight Stone here. Good ulti from Tannen, but a little bit of a late reaction from Taco Man. He's actually tanking the turret here. They do pick up the kill on Olaf, and Tannen shows up for this fight. They Call Me Jim, looking for whatever play that he can make. Hook actually goes out, does not hit Tannen, and Tannen's going to nope his way out of that situation once again. Whew.
Yeah, ooh, nice binding out of Roshi right there. They committed for the kill right there when they probably should have picked up the tower, but it's still early in the game. It's 14 minutes in, so you're allowed to pick up these early aggressive kills, but it does leave them in this awkward position where they have to defend their mid tower and everyone has to back. Braum can't do this alone, so they might give it up.
Or can Braum do it alone?
He might be able to. That was a
Tyria
nice
is a
shield
beast
wall.
this game. He
Yeah,
just
man.
wait for that shield cooldown and throw it up when they're actually looking to auto attack this turret. And he can block a lot of damage. He might give up his life doing so, but I'd say that might actually be worth. Morningsword comes around the corner. Shock Blast actually gets eaten by Tyria once again, and he's doing a fantastic job of taking out the turret. Morningsword needs to get a Q down on this turret if he's going to defend it. I mean, on those minions, if they're going to defend the turret,
And
good ulti comes out
Froshi's
from
there.
Tyria. They Call Me Jim is going to flay him in, and they're going to finish off that fight very easily. Tannen shows up, and he does not have that ulti cooldown in place yet, so he cannot go.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, these shock blasts does a quarter of Froshi's health right there.
And this is the siege comp we talked about previously. There's so much poke damage that can come out of red side that can just force people away from these towers, no problem, as long as they got mana under their belts. And trust me, these guys are ready to spend their abilities. There are 2 tiers in play. They Call Me Jim finding the kill on the Taco Man. It's going to be the slam dunk from the drumsticks of Dark Crimson Blade.
How ridiculous is Olaf's ult when he ults in his animation as he spins his axes?
Yeah.
Every time I see that, I laugh.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta get him. Ooh, good wall comes out from Tyria to negate all of that damage here, and he's just going in. He doesn't have a care in the world. It's like, I got a full bar of mana, 4 charges of my junk and my support item under my belt, and a shield to block whatever you're throwing at me. Let's go.
Tyrion does not care this game, man. He just keeps walking forward. After eating a couple of those, it'll be he'll start caring. But
yeah, that is so true. Especially when he finishes off a little bit more of the damage item. Taco Man actually disconnecting from the game. It looks like Morningsword's going to go in on this fight. Good ulti from Tannen, and they're going to line right up for the Lux ulti. Dark Roshi doing a fantastic job. It looks like the actual Ohm-Wrecker's going to cancel out the turret aggro there in the middle of that team fight, and it's going to reset it back onto the minions as they get to the back end. That's actually really nice. Well used by Tannen on that part, but he's stuck underneath the tower now. Blue side needs to disengage. Flashing forward, he's going to get 1 kill. He's looking for 2. He does not get it as Red Sox Maniac picks it up instead. Lucent Singulator is going to try to ward off Argent Loop. Does a double take there. He considers going in, but that mustache must have some alcohol stuck in it still from last night's beer, because that is not a situation you want to get tangled up in.
yeah, overcommitted a little bit right there. They did get the tower though, so it's not completely terrible. But Dragon is up in 20 seconds, so they have to be careful about Red Team taking this opportunity and just forcing it down. Though I wouldn't fight. Red Team needs to be extremely careful of fighting these narrow corridors. That's what that's what this Blue Team wants. They want to fight in the jungle, man.
Yeah, they want to get the jungle fights. Lux is notorious for being one of the best champs to fight within the jungle. That AoE burst is enormous that you can get. And Red side looking to sneak a little bit of a dragon here. Binding lands onto Dark Crimson Blade, and he's just going to axe his way to victory here. Let me ask you a question. Oh, it looks like Blue Team snipes it over the wall with a combination of MF ulti and Lux. Just taking out DCB there.
Once I saw MF Lux, I might have wanted to back up because they just bursted him down before he could smite.
Yeah. He actually did get the smite off there, but it was actually still up. Exhaust comes down from Argentalupo onto Morningsword, but he's just so cornered that he's got nowhere to go. Tyria shows up in the middle of the fight, and a lantern from They Call Me Jim is going to try to pull the backline a little bit forward. He does not get any recipients onto the bus. They say, no, I'm just going to walk my way to business. And I'm just going to... Oh my goodness, Tannen goes back in and gets a 3-man knockup, just starts slapping people with the palms. But it is not enough damage to take anyone out here. Rexox Maniac in very far forward in this team fight, looking for 2 kills on these 2 squishy team members here as Durfsky is trying to show up in this fight. Good shock blast will land, but the double binding will go in on the backlight of Red Team. Darth Roshi flashing off over the wall to get away from this when Durfsky trying to get in range for a volley to slow him down, but he's going to instead fan out to try to cut him off. Good binding's going to slow down Red Sox Maniac and do a little bit of damage as they continue chasing this Lux out towards their base. Ooh, good shock blast snipe will take Lux out in the distance as Dark Crimson Blade on the bottom end of the map starts knocking over this outer turret.
Oh my goodness. This is developing really weird. We see it. This is probably one of our most even games at this point tonight, the 20-minute mark tonight, as Morningsword just fights DCP.
Oh my gosh, DCB spins the axes to his sides and tries to run away, but My directed camera clips away. The onslaught of death approaches him. You know what happens after he dies.
Oh, you get stampeded by horses, man.
Yeah.
Oh my word! This is crazy, dude. These team fights are absolute. I really want to see, because they have that Ohm Wrecker, I feel like blue team needs to be trying to siege and then draw these team fights into the jungle when they try to disengage.
Yeah, they call me Jim getting split off from his team a little bit by the threat that is Terria here, but he actually gets to walk away scot-free. Terria just looking to go in on this fight, doesn't get the knock-up on Dursky. I'd say just turn around and shoot the man. Hook lands on to Terria, and now he's going to be in a tough situation. I think did he throw out a Ghost? Yeah, he's running Ghost this game. But it's not enough movement speed to put him out of the range of this slow from Ash.
Yeah, I don't know. Terry has been aggressive this whole game, and unfortunately, when your team doesn't back you up, you're gonna die alone in the jungle, man.
Yeah, he was super split from the rest of his team members there, and he needed to pay a little bit more attention to where they were on the map before he went for a play like that, because it looked like no one else was really interested.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like blue team kind of wants to drag it out and not. They want to choose the fights. They don't want to be chasing people in front of towers or anything at the moment.
Sure. Also comes out from NF here, and the good shot blast is actually going to chunk Terria down to about half HP. Wow, a lot of damage is starting to come out of this AP Kog'Maw. These living artilleries are doing a significant amount as they just come raining down from the sky. Shock blast from the side of the fight once again from Red Sox Maniac, and Dark Crimson Blade gets caught alone, getting chased out by Morningsword. He says, I'm not going to get away from this. I'm just going to turn around and do as much damage as I possibly can before going down. And it is a little bit fruitful. I'd say Red Seed could probably commit here after... If they fan out and they don't let Tannen get a multi-man knockup, they can do some work. Single knockup goes down onto Argento Lupo. Arrow comes out from over the wall from Derpsky, and it looks like Red Sox Maniac is trying to fight out Terry as he just gets completely zoned. Darth Froshi walks a little bit too close to Red Sox, and that little bit of a shock blast is not going to finish him off. Binding lands onto They Call Me Jim, and it looks like it's going to be Red Team just completely finishing. Oh my goodness! Bro Crab blocks the shock blast, but it's not going to be enough.
Did they Baron here? No, they can't Baron here. Okay. Yeah, man, that crab at the end was MVP though, for real. that crab forced 2 flashes out of Red Team.
Crab was like, no problem, I got this.
I mean, he died for his efforts, but yeah, that fight kind of went lopsided because oh my goodness, this mid lane Morningsword just kind of gets picked up by They Call Me Jim and Derpsky, but somehow the red team kind of just scattered to the wind, and everybody ignored Red Sox Maniac except for Taria, and so Red Sox just got free access to Lux and Derpsky as they chased to the other side of the map. And you don't want a Jace on your backline, man.
Yeah, you just don't. He does so much damage. Like especially with this build he's going. Look at that. He's got the early penetration. He knows Malphite's going to want to get big. And he's just using that to his advantage to be able to poke people down. Even if it lands on Malphite, it's still going to be effective.
Yeah, I mean, and this is only a 5k gold lead though, so it's not completely hopeless for the blue team. And they have this Wombo combo. If they ever find the right fight before they get poked out by this Jace shock blast, they can take any of these fights.
Yeah. So
Dragon's up in 30.
Yeah, Dragon up in 30. Red team just pushing out these mini waves in the mid lane here. Blue buff goes on to Kog'Maw, and that's the exact target they want. Once again, Dark Crimson Blade is the focus, but that's not the guy they want to be taking out here. Red Sox Maniac is the real threat in this team comp.
Oh no.
Argento Lupo is also in a good position to do some real damage here, and the first guaranteed crit from Derpsky completely just shatters the armor of Morningsword. Kinslayer turns back around the fight as he goes in and slows the auto attack speed of everyone around, but Darth Froshi was not in the area to take advantage. He's not going to have enough to take anyone out, though, and the damage from Red Side is going to just tear people apart, and that's going to be a free dragon right there.
It's got to feel good as a jungler. Yeah, it's a free dragon, absolutely. It's got to feel good as a jungler when you're actually not needed. Like, these have been continual 4v5s, just non-stop, and his team is just smashing blue team with the bait of his death, like with the Olaf beat, man. This is... Argento Lupo may be in trouble here. Does a nice dodge, but unfortunately you can't dodge the Hecarim auto.
Yeah, my goodness. Good smite comes out from Morningsword. They call me Jim trying to shake off some of these slows. His flay has already been used. The box is up. It is an option. Second flay goes down. Box is up. I'm just saying the box is up, man. He might be able to walk away without it here. Third flay coming out. There it is. Just, oh my goodness, the disrespect base. Oh my goodness, the bait from over the wall. Durfsky now in a little bit of trouble, though. Come on. All right, let's all calm down here. Don't take out Darksky. Oh, no, he goes down under his own turret right there. The stun from Brom's concussive blows passive does knock him over. Dark Crimson Blade in the middle of the team fight. He does end up going down to MF. And it looks like Blue Side's going to try to return with some damage on this turret. They call me Jim. Still on the same side of the jungle, running around like, you can pick me.
Yeah, but he really needed to back at some point in this fight to reset his health, because right now he's not really doing anything. He might even go down. Yeah, there's the MF ult. Does manage to dodge it, though.
Yeah, he does step out of that in time, but here comes the hero of time and space, Red Sox Maniac, with the folk build of truth.
Yeah, I mean, this is, that whole fight happened because a couple key members' arrow does come out. Is it going to catch anybody?
Wow.
Oh,
a snipe from across the map will land. Tannen says, I've got to protect my MF. Turns around and goes in on Lupo. He says, alright, now's my time to try to pizza my way out of this one, but Kogma said I already had dinner a long time ago. I'm not even hungry.
Well, you know, he's, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pings come down on the Baron, man. Crab goes down. I would do Baron here too, absolutely.
Yeah, you get the
really. Jace can do it, man. Like, at least try to force it. Oh no, Taria might get caught out.
The perma-slow coming out on Taria here as Dark Crimson Blade lands the axe. Play back in. They call me Jim just in so many good positions. That's an easy hook, and that's going to be a guaranteed kill for Red Side.
Do the Baron now!
Yeah, you can definitely go for that, especially with the percent damage that comes out of Kog'Maw. I mean, with that Leandria's and the natural percent that comes out of, what is this, W?
Yeah, DCB forced to pop his ult right now, as he just turned back on a Morning Sword with the Lantern prep for his escape.
Ooh, he's actually going to get some good damage down in this team fight. Pizza lands from Tan and Kinslayer as he turns back around and on a little bit of hesitation. Red side just pushing blue team up to their turret. I'm not sure if this is going to become fruitful, though they do have that poke comp talked about so many times. They need a minion wave in order to get some damage down. Good exchange. Dark Crimson Blade too deep. It's going to get zapped out by the final spark from Lux.
Yeah, DCP goes down again, but as we've seen time and time again, I don't think Red Team cares, honestly. I feel like they have so much damage, they don't care.
Yeah, like DCB can go down, but there's so much poke that can go down at any point in time that it doesn't really matter what happens to him. Ooh, Lupo sidestepping that Braum Q is going to make sure that he can walk away from this one a little bit longer, but he needs a gate from Jace. Somebody save him, Ash Arrow goes up. Throw the Ash Arrow. Do it! Quickly! There it is. Oh my goodness, you guys win. Whoa, Durfsky flashes forward! He's drunk out of his mind! Oh my goodness, he is smashed and gets smashed by the ultimate that is Tan and Kinsley.
Well, I mean, that's the Wombo combo what Blue Team was looking for.
Darksky gets tossed over.
It's that 300 ping, man. He was confused.
Oh my goodness.
Lupo throwing some autos over the wall.
I think he was... I don't know what happened on that flash, but that was pretty funny.
Guys, flashing forward on Ashe is almost never the right call.
Sometimes you can do it, but right there,
I'm pretty sure we can safely say that it's almost never the right call.
Yeah.
Unless your name is Lift Lift.
There you go. Oh,
nice ult out of DCB, completely negating the stun.
Oh my goodness, he needs to stop canceling these auto attacks, though. There we go. He gets it slowed down, but the binding is just overextended. Back up. Dark Crimson Blade goes down, and in typical fashion, it's time for Red Side to win a team fight.
Yeah, right?
The token has been paid. Go win him one.
Yeah, let's give him 300 gold so we can get a team kill, or an ace, you know?
Yeah. They call me Jim, just running at Taco Man. He's gonna have to strut his way out of that.
That MF strut, dude, is awesome.
So fast.
That's probably the only good thing about MF Kit, actually.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Shock Blast over the wall. Just casually dodged by Morningsword by recall.
Yep. By standing perfectly still, he dodges the skill shot.
Yeah.
The best way. The best way. Did you notice? I haven't been paying attention. Does Braum Wall completely remove the Olaf axe? Like, so that he can't pick it up?
I do not know. I imagine it would make it fall in place, though, at the feet of the wall.
I would do Baron right now. The only person you're worried about on the red team is the, oh my goodness, DCB. Red Sox Maniac going down is such a critical member, and it also, he's probably the only person that can safely stop the Baron's take, just by poking them off of it.
Kog'Maw can do some significant poke, but he's just got so little mobility when compared to Jace that it's going to be difficult. Lantern goes out to save Dark Crimson Blade. They pull him out and back into the boat.
Yep, for sure.
Oh, Tannen looking for an ulti. He walks up from the side of the brush there, or the lane. But they're just going to get forced away 4v5.
Blue team needs to find a fight. I might even go on the Thresh right there. Like, you have the 4v5. You need to fight or back. One of the two things needs to happen.
I think they need to back here because Feroshi's just got so low mana right now. They can't afford to dance back and forth. When you see that you need to back, and especially on Feroshi since you've got your home guards, just base and get out as soon as possible. That's about all you can do. Now Tannen's backing on full health, and they're just going to give up this dragon for free. Unless miracles happen. No, they do not. MF only comes out from over the wall, but largely does 0 damage. Derpsky turning around, trying to kite out this team fight here, and he cannot do any damage to Tannen. Just change targets. Actually, no one else is available, so you might as well keep hitting them, I guess.
I mean, the sacrificial lamb of DCB goes down again. Does not matter. I don't know, dude. How did Morningsword get out of that fight after ulting over the wall? He was the only one in the pit.
I don't even know.
What are you doing? But this is just madness, dude.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Red Sox Maniac is going insane. There's a huge amount of poke damage coming out of Lupo. Derpsky is largely untouched in these team fights as well, and even if they do get to him, They Call Me Jim is doing such a fantastic job of peeling this game that no one can really stick properly. So the slow combined with all the flays and hooks and boxes and lanterns and yada 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 is too much. As we see top lane Morningstar versus DCB, actually the Shock Blast completely misses, but it just simply does not matter. Oh my goodness.
I feel like one thing I also want to point out is I feel like every time I see Lux on the map, she's out of mana, despite having the 2 best mana generation items in this game.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I think Frost needs to be a little bit more conservative with his mana. Let his teammates wave clear. Though he is so far behind in gold. I don't know. This is rough.
Definitely is. Taria trying to throw out the Q for the slow there. They Call Me Jim just sidestepping, and Dark Crimson Blade shows up off the side of the map here using that Righteous Glory and that ultimate to just get into the fight, but gets kited out very, very well by blue side and taken down with minimal damage.
Yeah, but we know what that triggers, man. Like,
yeah, the sacrifice has been paid.
Blood price has been paid. Yeah, and it's even a 4v4 if Kog'Maw comes up.
Yeah, but definitely is.
Hecarim's down in the bot lane, man. Nice hook attempt by They Call Me Jimmy. Had thrown the lantern behind him, trying to give his Jace a chance to come forward to you.
Yep, over up the side, Argento Lupo links him poke down with that, whatever that move is called, the slow. Oh my goodness, hook lands onto Terry and he gets completely held under the turret, nowhere to go, only one way to die.
Yep. I don't know, dude. This is... Despite the 7k gold lead, blue team's doing a really good job staying in this through their wombo combo, but they've had some awkward math movements, man. Because I think the only thing they can do better is try to fight, and oh my goodness, is that going to land? It does land on the Lupo, but they choose not to commit.
They definitely do, and honestly they should be pinching on Lupo here. They've got 3 people in the air that could easily collapse and knock him over very quickly. I don't know how he just walked through there.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. But I feel like...
Huh? I said everyone's full health. I don't know. I'm just so befuddled as to how he just walked through there, no problem, when everyone's full health and ulti's up.
I don't know. That's part of that. Like, this is just some awkward map movements on the blue team, man. They're not taking advantage of what they have. They're not trying to. They're not trying to drag these fights into the jungle. They're not trying to take advantage of that Ohm Wrecker. I just don't know. Bit of a flank coming in from red team.
Yeah, slow lands into Argento Lupo when it looks like Morningstar's going to go directly into the fight. Oh, he gets onto Derpsky, but it does not matter. So Rexox Maniac just zeroes him out completely. Tan is looking for the optimal ulti, but in the end, I think he just needs to hit anyone here. Dark Crimson Blade is just sitting in the middle of this MF ult, and once again, the blood price has been paid. It's time for Red Team to win this team fight. They Call Me Jim gets into the middle of the fight here onto Darth Roshi, and there it is. Red side just cleans it up, no problem.
Yeah, I mean the blood price went down and it was over, man.
Oh
One thing DCB is doing very well, that is soaking damage for his team.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be at least an inhibitor. I don't think they can take anything else, but Dragon is up in 2 minutes, so I would like to see Red Team probably shop or force Baron right now.
Yeah, they can force Baron here. There's a lot of vision control that needs to happen around that Baron pit as well. Blue side's got a lot of vision. They will see for sure if it goes down. Derpsky just laying down the slows here. No one can get away. Oh my goodness, Hook lands onto Terry as well. This might end up being the end of the game.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to back up. That's the safe decision. I don't mind. Oh my goodness, this chase damage.
Oh my goodness, the hook lands from They Call Me Jimmy, gets a double play onto Froshi, and the box goes down as well. Lantern goes out, and Darksky takes it immediately onto Taco Man. Derpsky just cannot take damage from Tannen. There it goes, there's some damage. But it looks like he's actually gonna go down to minions. He goes, that death animation from Ash spun him 4 times from a minion auto attack. That's the strongest minion axe swing or whatever it was on the face of the planet.
So do you maybe try to Baron now, or do you take this free tower?
I'd say take the free tower, keep the pressure up on the lanes, because I think I mentioned it on one of the past streams, but the least like movement on the map you can take to get an objective is usually the best, because you can always take this turret and then retreat to the Baron as an option.
Yeah. They just need to be careful they don't overstay as Red Team right now, because if they do, they don't have any vision control around the Baron. It's basically... Oh, pause does come in. But if Red Team overstays, they don't shop, and they don't immediately run to Baron, they could risk giving that up.
Yeah. Dark Crimson Blade's computer is throwing a small fit. And
That's
back to the
a large fit.
Blue screen. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, such an intense game here. A lot of poke damage. I like this poke comp a lot. They're doing a fantastic job of kiting people out, getting the poke damage down that needs to be done. They Call Me Jim is just god mode on his zone control here. It's just orchestrating these fights like the Beethoven of Summoner's Rift. It's fantastic. Even though he's a composer, never mind. Anyway, Dark Crimson Blade is just deciding to go in and die immediately, guaranteeing that his team will, in fact, win the next team fight.
Yep, I mean, if they fight right now, right? That's the way this magic voodoo works.
That's how it is.
Dude,
Dark Crimson Blade goes down, Red Team wins.
Yep. Oh my goodness, Tannen has a frozen heart and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of penetration that Red Sox Maniac has is just enormous, and he's got that amount of damage as well. Oh, it looks like Morningsword's going to go in on the back line here. Oh, good Lantern take from Argento. Lupo's going to dodge a huge amount of Hecarim damage as they finish off the kill onto Terria here. Taco Man and Morningsword now following up on the rest of this team fight. They Call Me Jim is just going to dance his way out of this fight, though. Lupo just voluntarily spewing all over the place. Good ult lands onto Taco Man. He doesn't quite keep the lantern proc though. And They Call Me Jim needs to walk away from this fight. Argento Lupo now kiting out from Morningsword, throws up the shield. That last, oh my goodness, the last living artillery finishes off the kill. Dances back and forth, trying to poke Darth Roshi out. He knows he's got to dance the... He's got to get
bot
these,
lane though, dude.
Yeah, he's got to dodge these skill shots. Top lane, Dark Crimson Blade coming up to finish Froshi, while in the bottom lane, Red Sox Maniac and Derpsky pushed out, what, 2 turrets and an inhibitor, and then walk away for pretty much free?
Yeah, that was just excellent ability to drag out the fight there as his team was pushing. DCB, don't get the kill, man. That's not how you win these team fights.
No, you can't get it. No. Oh, wow, the binding actually lands at the tail end of that ulti. He actually would have gotten stuck in place.
Oh my goodness. This is a bit unfortunate for... I don't see how Purple Team wins here. I really don't. Like, 14k is a large deficit to come from, especially if you have this Wombo comp.
Huge.
Like, Wombo combo can compensate for a lot of gold, but 14k gold is quite a lot.
But at the same time, you have to recognize as blue team what your team comp is meant to do,
Hmm.
and just start going for it.
Oh,
They
I
just
mean,
have to send in the Malphite out, cross their fingers, and hope they get burst damage down on either Red Sox Maniac or Derbski.
yeah,
They're
that's
tearing it up.
it's one of the hardest points in the game is when you're behind as a wombo combo. You just need to pull the trigger and hope for the best because it's not going to get any better, man.
Yeah. It's very hard to come back. They need to start looking for picks, dumping all their ultis on, 1 to 2 people instead of trying to go for the full 5. Do something to get some gold under your belt, because unless you stop the bleeding, you will hemorrhage.
Yeah, I mean, and oh my goodness, they call me Jim. Does catch out the full amount of damage, but he's still.
It doesn't matter. He's so tanky. Oh, Derbski, good flash backwards. He's gonna cut out Morning Sword to slow his landing here, and Red Sox Maniac's gonna come in with that. What's it called? The attack speed buff. He's just trying to get to the side of this team fight. Dark Crimson Blade's still doing a great job of soaking out damage. The bus is on the side here. He can take it if he wants to try to get away. Exhaust goes down on Tan, and the play does not quite land from the Call Me Jim. And now Red Side is just going to start shooting at this turret, trying to siege it down. But I think they can actually walk forward and end the game.
How does red team kill, or how does blue team kill DCB at this point? Like, I don't understand. How are they winning these team fights?
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, this should be game, man. Like, 4 people down, still 15 seconds before MF even respawns. 2, 3 super minions whacking on the Nexus Tower. There is absolutely no way to recover from this position.
Oh yeah, there is just so much going on. This game is well done. Fantastic poke comp execution by Red Side here. DCB